You are a divine being of light, and you are powerful and you are capable of creating reality. And this is something we are not taught. I just saw a post that somebody had that said something to the effect of, you cannot worship God and treat people like garbage. You cannot worship God and treat people like garbage. And I was just like, whoa, that is so interesting. Actually, you can do whatever you want, first of all. And people have been treating people like garbage for as long as we know, in the name of God, right? Um, Warring, taking over countries in the name of God, um, saying you need to convert to my religion in the name of God and taking everything from your land. That's been going on for millennia. And it's going on today too. Or you need to, I grew up Catholic, you need to pay penance for your sins and they will be forgiven. This is all power and control, of course. This is not God. I mean, it's a God, but I suppose in some ways you could equate that God to what people say the devil is in Christianity, right? Like a God that wants power and control, and you have to do it my way. And it's just such an interesting perspective that we have been looped into this loop for so long, and we don't need to be. And it's time that we say, hey, that's enough. I mean, if you want to. I know I want to. I know I don't want to be stuck in this karmic cycle, heaven and hell scenario, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically a paradigm, a matrix of power and control. So let's step back a second and let's just talk about what is God, or as I like to say, source, just because God is so convoluted and like the Old Testament, for just for one example, this God of vengeance and anger, and if you don't do what I say, I'm going to kill you, and you need to sacrifice your son, and all this stuff, right? Let's talk about the source of creation, or you could say the God of creation, but the source of creation and what exactly that is, and how we are divine beings of light connected to that. Because you see all these other gods that we've been programmed to worship, and which is also, of course, tied into as well the god of money, the god of riches, and that. Not that there's anything wrong with money or riches, but just the way that it's been turned into this materialistic worshiping, right? Um, let's step back from that and look at what God means to us, or to me at least. It means peace, it means joy, it means love, it means abundance, it means connecting to source and being able to see things from a perspective of non-judgment, which I must say I'm not perfect at still, but seeing things from a space of non-judgment and just a space of unconditional love, right? And here's the thing, it's within us. We have that connection. We are that. We are Christ consciousness. We are source. We have the capabilities within us to heal our own bodies. I've done that on myself. I've done that with helping others to do that. We have the ability to perhaps slow down our aging process, right? We have the ability to bring in that which we need on this earthly planet. And we have the ability to radiate love and light. And this is from a place of not judging. It's from a place of peace and unity, one with source. And it's also a place, if we're coming from this place, where we can go in and say, hey, I want to relate to my external environment from this internal environment of peace. And it's a much different thing than relating to our external environment through our external environment. And what I mean by that is, if we are not tapped into our internal connection to source, the highest God, not the God of anger and vengeance, and it has to be my way, but the God of unconditional love, source, if we're tapped into that, then we can go out about our day in a more peaceful, loving way. And when things in the external come into us, we can react from there. Now, granted, it may not be so easy at first because we have to deal with our shadow, right? We may have shadow elements we need to let go of. Meditation, earthing, grounding helps with that. Theta work, shadow work, inner child healing. I have a lot of free resources. I have an ebook that has meditations on these things. If you wish, you can just message me or go on my website and ask for it. I also do sacred gifting sessions. That's what I'm doing now, giving back. To help with the release of things that are keeping us from connecting to our highest. And then once we feel enough peace, and even just meditation and earthing and grounding can help with that, to connect, then we can check in with our higher self. We can check in with source on what the highest path we take is. And just imagine if more and more people start doing this, especially those of us that have safety and shelter and food, because granted, there's people in the world, for example, in Gaza, that are just being bombarded and massacred. And yeah, and we can take up the torch by healing ourselves and connecting to source and really bringing in that love and abundance so we can shift the reality into a higher vibration, right? Because we are all connected. It's just by birth, some of us are born in one country, some of us are born in another country. You know, you may have been born in Gaza and be going through everything they're going through in Gaza right now. And you may have been born in the United States and have more options available to you. That's just the luck of the draw, right? Or other things, but we'll just say luck of the draw right now. So, yeah, it's like you cannot change the external unless you change the internal. And it's not just changing the internal, it's going into your divine birthright and connecting to source, connecting to Christ consciousness, which is unconditional love. It's not Yeshua, Jesus, it's unconditional love energy outside of this matrix program. And you shift. You seed the earth with shifting to a higher vibration. And how beautiful is that? And how amazing is that? It's amazing. And I just know from my own personal experience and from others I've met and others I've worked with and assisted on their journeys through the past 10 years or more, especially, that everything is possible. And the more you know, the less you know. But you also get to a point where you understand divinity and what you're capable of. And I I just wish to continue on my own path of expansion, but I wish to share any seeds of encouragement and love with everyone else to be able to do that as well. So I just want to send much love and much joy. If you have any questions, let me know. Normally I do a meditation, but I just wanted to jump on and do just a short video kind of addressing some thoughts on your divine potential. So much love, much light, much peace, much abundance. Namaste.